Yeehaw!
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Fringe. I'm really not looking forward to making this video, but it does need to be talked about. We've talked about it before, but what happened over the weekend? And I was waiting to talk about this. I was going to leave it for a live stream, but I think it's important to share this because Americans are now pissed at Canadians. Justin Trudeau has done what he's always done, and he has sown division so badly now that he's causing a patriotism war between Canada and the United States to further promote and stoke the fires of fear against President Donald Trump, while also boosting the voting numbers for those who have Trump derangement syndrome in Canada to vote for Liberals, to attack Donald Trump in the next federal election. I've said many times on this channel that what you have to look at is that this is a divisional strategy that the Liberals have imposed for multiple years. If you go back to the pandemic, the whole you don't want to get on a plane or a train and sit next to those people. We're not going to allow it. What was it Naheed Nenshi said in Calgary? The people opposing these mandates are white nationalists that don't deserve to eat. You guys remember when things turned that way? I've always said that during those times, it shocked me to no end at how simple it was for a vast majority of our population to be brainwashed, to turn on their fellow man, to turn around and label, disregard, abuse, name call, and disconnect from anyone who had an opposing view based on the indoctrination of our government. Justin Trudeau, while many people have said he can't accomplish anything, the one thing he is a professional at is division. He's now used the Team Canada approach, the waving of Canadian flags, battling Donald Trump, to garner back all of the woke leftists that have Trump derangement syndrome, to now fight against Americans, fight against our brothers, our neighbors, our trading partners. I can honestly say that what happened over the weekend was absolutely disgusting. It's made me very ashamed. Because I've said multiple times on stream, these are not people who speak for the rest of the country. These are not people who speak for the majority of Canadians. Keep in mind that this game took place in Montreal, a very liberal/bloc city. Other booing events have taken place in cities like Vancouver, where again, they mostly support liberal NDP. You've got woke morons living in those cities. No offense to anybody who does live there, who isn't part of that. But we're talking about the majority representation. I have yet to see this. Again, I don't follow a ton of sporting events in our city, in Western Canadian cities. But anytime I've seen it, it's happened at a Toronto game or Toronto Raptors basketball. Or it's happening in Montreal, or it's happening at an Ottawa Senators game, all woke cities. And again, for anybody who lives there, my apologies. I'm certainly not villainizing everyone who lives there. I'm talking about the people who have smeared their own country and our country's reputation by behaving like elementary school level children and disrespecting not only everything Canada stood for, but everything America stands for. Keep in mind that anytime there's been a war or a conflict, America's had our back. We've had theirs. Again, they're our brothers, our neighbors. My heart goes out to every veteran who has died for our flag, who's died for the American flag, who's died for protecting the people within both great countries. To be utterly disrespected like this is a travesty. I'm only going to play a few seconds to show my point if anybody missed it. But then I'm going to talk about why we're in one of the worst positions of our lives, thanks to Justin Trudeau. I will not allow the travesty to go on further than that. It's disrespectful. It's gross. But keep in mind at this game, at this very game, our current Prime Minister sat there. The big picture of the Canadian Maple Leaf on the ice. Damn proud of this country. I should probably show that a little bit better on the screen for you guys there. Damn proud of this country. He's proud of the divisiveness that he's sown. He's proud of everything he's done. He's not proud of Canada. He's proud of everybody who bought the bullshit, who bought the shit he was shoveling and said, here, we're going to jump on board. Good old Team Canada, right? Buy Canadian. Screw America. What we started to see, and when we saw in this hockey game, is not only were the players insulted, but fights broke out as soon as the game began. I want to take everybody over to Charlie Kirk. Great guy, by the way. I've spoken to him once, and he was an amazing guy. Really liked his standpoints on a lot of things. Hopefully one day, maybe I get in touch with him again, maybe have him on the show to talk about this, because again, this isn't speaking out for all Canadians. But here's the problem. A guy like Charlie Kirk, who has 3 million subscribers on YouTube, puts out a video like this. It's getting Americans talking. Take a listen to this.
Just for the record, do you have another example of America booing the Mexican national anthem or the Canadian national anthem when there was reciprocal type of sports games at that kind of ferocity? So you could see the American men, those American hockey players. They said, oh yeah? You're going to boo the American national anthem? Now, mind you, this is in Montreal. This is their national sport. Americans are catching up to the Canucks in this. You could just see it on the faces of these American men. We are not going to allow the American flag, the American national anthem, to be desecrated by Canada? No, that dog is not going to hunt.
So you can hear the narrative of this video. Keep in mind, our Prime Minister said he's damn proud of our country. Isn't this humiliating and embarrassing? Isn't this disgusting that this is where we are? Isn't it sad that this is where we sit as a country? That we've angered the Americans this much for Justin Trudeau to get his votes? Well, for him to get the Liberal Party votes, to get Mark Carney installed? To have Toronto vote in Mark Carney to run the country? If you think things are bad financially for us right now with inflation, with the fact that businesses are leaving Canada, Donald Trump's going to swallow them all up, this is what you have to look forward to if you ever put a Canadian flag on your backpack.
And so within the first 9 seconds of the game, it took 9. We're not going to put up with it. The American spirit of defending your nation is back.
The American spirit of defending your nation is back. That's the rhetoric that's going out across America right now. What we need to do as Canadians, for us Canadians who do not approve of this behavior, who do not condone this type of behavior, we need to stand up not only for our country and for what it represents, but we need to start standing up for our neighbors. We need to show them that much like the alphabet crew that says they want to use opposite bathrooms and be allowed around our children are a very small percentage of people, that so are these folks. They're a very small percentage, a small fringe minority, shall we say, of Canadian public. The problem that we're facing here, the reason I want to bring this up, we need to start letting Americans know that we're not happy about this. If you see the booing at these games going on, if you're at these games and you see the booing going on, you should immediately be screaming at the so-called Canadians that are behaving like this, because anybody who wants to behave like this, as far as I'm concerned, is not Canadian. They're mindless sheep that are prepared to follow their government off the edge of a cliff in the name of wokeness. People have no right to desecrate our name, our reputation, acting like children because Justin Trudeau and Doug Ford said so. I can tell you right now that I am completely and utterly embarrassed to be Canadian when I see that kind of behavior. I will again state that those people do not speak for me. They do not speak for the majority of people who watch videos on this channel. They certainly don't speak for the majority of Canadians, I believe. But let me know what you think down below. Do you believe it's appropriate, even if you're mad, to boo another country's national anthem? Especially when we live, the majority of our country lives so close to the border of said country. Do you believe it's appropriate? Let me know what you think down below. If it's your first time here, I hope this video has earned your subscription. Make sure to hit that button, click the thumbs up, join this channel. If you're an American viewer, again, I know Canadians are have a stereotype of apologizing. If you're one of our American viewers, please accept my humblest and sincere apologies for the behavior that's being put on display by the so-called Canadians of this country. I can again assure you, they don't speak for me. And it's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. Hit that subscribe button, click your bell for notifications. Join me live tonight here on the channel for a Wednesday night Unhinged Fringe, and also Friday night for Friday Night Fringe, our live streaming show, where Fridays my beautiful wife, Mrs. Fringe, joins us on stream. Talk about everything that's happened this week in politics, everything coming up in the week ahead, as well as some back and forth within the greatest community on this platform, and a community who doesn't boo the national anthem, I might add. I look forward to hearing what you guys have to say inside of those live streams. Look forward to hearing what you have to say tonight, as well as upcoming Friday and every Friday, starting at 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central, here on the channel. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you at least enjoyed the information of this video, and have a great rest of your day. I'll catch you on the next one.